Today, we're going to be talking about one of the most riveting dark fantasy animes out there, Fate Zero. Fate Zero originally aired in 2011, captivating audiences with its morally complex narrative, intriguing characters, and intense battles. Even to this day, Fate Zero remains a beloved classic cherished by fans who vividly remember the brutal Holy Grail War and the legendary heroic spirits summoned to fight in it. We'll get into the history of this show a little bit later, but before we begin, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications so you never miss an update. Now without further ado, let's get it. Fate Zero is part of the larger Fate Stay franchise, a Japanese multimedia property featuring visual novels, video games, and various anime adaptations. The original visual novel, Fate Stay Night, was developed by Type Moon and first released in 2004. It introduced players to the concept of masters and servants engaged in an epic battle royale for the Holy Grail, an idea that was both innovative and thrilling at the time. The Fate Zero anime specifically was produced by the acclaimed studio UFO Table. It aired in Japan from October 1st, 2011 to December 24th, 2011, and then continued from April 7th, 2012 to June 23rd, 2012, spanning a total of 25 episodes. Now, let's get into the story. Season 1. Years before the start of the Fourth Holy Grail War, a series of events set the stage for the coming conflict. Hiritsugi Emiya, a conflicted mage known for his ruthless methods, lives in Germany with his wife, Irisveil von Eisburn. They celebrate the birth of their daughter, Iliasveil, even as they both fear Irisveil's inevitable role in the approaching war. Meanwhile, the priest, Kirei Kotomine, learns he has been chosen to participate in the same war. At the urging of his father, Rize, and the ambitious mage, Tokiomi Tosaka, Kirei studies magecraft under Tokiomi's tutelage, gradually stepping onto a path that surprises even himself. Elsewhere, Kariya Mato, a once carefree man, is horrified to discover that his childhood friend, Aoi Tosaka's younger daughter, Sakura, has been adopted into the Mato family, where she endures cruel magical experiments. Hoping to rescue her, Kariya makes a deal with his father, Zoken. If he fights and wins the Grail War, Sakura will be freed. Parasitic worms are then implanted in Kariya, granting him magecraft powers, but at a great physical cost. Elsewhere, the young scholar Waver Velvet faces ridicule at the clock tower from his instructor, Kenneth L. Mellowy Archibald, who dismisses his theory that hard work and skill can rival aristocratic mage bloodlines. Determined to prove Kenneth wrong, Waver steals his teacher's artifact for summoning a servant, intent on entering the Grail War himself. Meanwhile, Kirei summons Assassin, and Kiritsugu prepares to summon the legendary King Arthur, only to learn that a Toria Pendragon, aka Saber, appears in female form. As the war officially begins, each master binds themselves to their servant. Waver summons the boisterous Rider, whose ambitions for conquest set him apart from the most traditional heroic spirits. Kiritsugu, known as the Mage Slayer, remains weary of Saber's chivalrous ideals, fearing her honor might contradict his pragmatic strategies. Kirei pretends to take his assassin to Tokiomi's mansion in a doomed assault, allowing the flamboyant archer, aka Gilgamesh, to kill Assassin publicly. However, in truth, multiple assassins exist, hidden away to spy on the other participants. In the city, a devilish duo then emerges. Ryunosuke Uryu, a twisted serial killer, accidentally summons Castor. Delighted by each other's brutality, the pair begin abducting children as sacrificial offerings, drawing disgust and horror from every other master in the war. From there, tensions escalate. Saber meets Lancer in a duel that showcases both knights' mutual respect and mastery of combat. Lancer wields two cursed spears, one nullifying magic, and the other causing wounds that can't be healed. Before either knight can triumph, they face unexpected interruptions. First, from Waver and Rider, who ride in on top of Rider's mighty Gordius wheel, and then from Berserker, the black-clad servant of Kariya Mato. Berserker's Noble Phantasm, a special move unique to each of the servants, allows him to transform any object he touches into a weapon, even turning Gilgamesh's prized treasures against him, until Archer and Tokiomi force a retreat. As battles erupt around Fuyuki City, Kanan seeks revenge against Kiritsugu, only to fall into a devastating trap at a hotel rigged with explosives. Kiritsugu's secret weapon is his contender pistol, loaded with specialized anti-magic bullets, which cripple Kenneth by destroying the magic circuits in his body. Kenneth's fiancée, Sola Yui, takes over Lancer's command seals, but the knight remains torn between duty and honor. Meanwhile, Kiritsugu's ally, Maya Hisao, helps him orchestrate attacks and gather intel, while Irisveil risks herself to keep the Ainsburn ideals alive. Yet, their plans meet a formidable foe, Kirei Kotomine, whose mysterious fixation on the suffering of others begins to awaken something sinister within him. At one point, he nearly kills both Maya and Irisveil in the forest near the Ainsburn castle, but must withdraw when Saber rushes to help them. Simultaneously, a brief side story unfolds with Tokiomi's daughter Rin Tosaka. Sent away for safety, Rin tries to rescue her friend Kotane and other kidnapped children, unintentionally crossing paths with Uryu. She then manages to destroy a magical bracelet used to hypnotize victims, but narrowly escapes one of Castor's monstrous creations, only to be saved by Karia. Unseen, Assassin witnesses all of this, prompting Kirei's silent observation. With the war fully in motion, Ryder and Waver discover the gruesome remains of Castor's victims. This atrocity provokes an ultimatum from Rise Kotomine. All masters must unite temporarily to eliminate Castor, who threatens to expose the war to ordinary humans. However, Kiritsugu views this as an opportunity to ambush the other masters, causing friction with Saber, who wishes to stop Castor's atrocities first. Eventually, Ryder invites Archer and Saber to discuss the ideal king. Saber believes a king should serve the people selflessly, while Ryder proclaims a king's grand vision should inspire the people to serve him. Archer, meanwhile, only wants to preserve his treasures from being stolen. Their philosophical stances clash when an assassin ambushes them, prompting Ryder to unveil his noble phantasm, Ionian Hetairoi, capable of manifesting as loyal soldiers from ages ago. The countless assassins are obliterated, leaving Saber unsettled and Archer intrigued by Ryder's power. Back at Tokiomi's residence, Archer pushes Kirei to examine his obsession with human suffering, forcing Kirei to confront his hidden desires. The command seals reappear on Kirei's hand, confirming he still has a role to play in the Grail War. Archer then hints that to truly indulge his newfound darkness, Kirei must acquire a new servant by killing another master if necessary. Meanwhile, Castor and Uryu, pissed from seeing their lair burned by Ryder and Waver, devise one final horrifying plan. With the twisted belief, they summon a colossal demonic horror at the Mion River, forcing an uneasy alliance among the remaining masters and servants, leading us to Season 2. During the battle, Castor's monstrous demon rampages along the river, resisting all attacks by Saber, Lancer, and Ryder. High above, Berserker seizes an F-15 fighter jet to enrage Archer, aka Gilgamesh. Meanwhile, on the shore, Karia confronts Tokiomi over his treatment of Sakura. At the same time, Kiritsugu snipes Castor's twisted master, Ryunosuke, leaving Castor swearing vengeance. When Lancer shatters his cursed spear to heal Saber's wound, she finally activates Excalibur, obliterating Castor and his demon for good. With Castor vanquished, Kenneth demands payment from Rise Kotomine for Lancer's role in the victory, then kills Rise to keep the other masters from receiving extra command seals. Meanwhile, Maya abducts Sola, Kenneth's fiancée, and severs her magic-wielding arm. Kenneth, holed up in a new hideout, provokes a final confrontation with Saber. Kiritsugu forces him into signing a magical pact. If he orders Lancer to commit suicide, Kiritsugu will spare him and Sola. In fury and desperation, Kenneth complies, prompting Lancer's agonizing death. Kiritsugu's pact only forbids him from personally killing them. Maya immediately shoots them both. Irisveil, Saber's nominal master, collapses under the strain of the role as the Grail's vessel. Elsewhere, Tokiomi proposes an alliance with Irisveil, demanding that Kirei be removed from the war. In truth, Tokiomi wholly misreads Kirei's nature. Kirei, learning of his father's death, confronts Tokiomi and stabs him in the back with the Azoth dagger, seizing the chance to form a servant contract with Archer. After this, Tokiomi's final gift to his young daughter, Rin, goes unfulfilled as Kirei steps fully into treachery. At the same time, Kiritsugu's past comes into focus. As a boy on a small island, he was forced to kill his own father, who had accidentally unleashed a vampire-like plague. Later, under the training of the mercenary Natalia Kaminsky, he developed into a hardened mage slayer, until he had to shoot down Natalia's plane to prevent a ghoul outbreak, sacrificing yet another loved one in the name of the greater good. Back in the present, Kirei abducts Irisville, leaving Maya mortally wounded. Kiritsugu weeps over Maya's death, but remains focused on his goal. Saber is then tipped off that Ryder may have kidnapped Irisville, and chases him but discovers that it was a ruse. Berserker, aka Lancelot, used his noble phantasm for someone's glory to change his appearance and masquerade as Ryder. Karia, tormented by Zoken and manipulated by Kirei, drags Irisville to the church. He finds Aoi Tosaka there, and tweaking from Tokiomi's corpse, strangles Aoi in a breakdown, while Archer and Kirei watch. Seeking the war's endgame, Kirei interrogates and kills Irisville. In her final moments, she tries to make him understand Kiritsugu's desire for world peace, but Kirei rejects everything, summoning the remaining masters and servants to a grand showdown. He sets Berserker to attack Saber and dispatches Archer to confront Ryder. Ryder challenges Archer with Ionian Hetairoi, but Archer's noble phantasm, the Sword of Rupture, tears the reality marble apart. Archer, grudgingly admiring Ryder, kills him and chooses to spare Waver Velvet, recognizing the young man's loyalty. Elsewhere in an underground parking lot, Saber battles Berserker, horrified to learn he is Sir Lancelot, her most loyal knight in life. Although she begs him for answers, Lancelot can only fight in madness before Saber deals a final blow. Meanwhile, Kiritsugu meets Kirei on a theater stage where Irisville's body lies. They engage in a brutal duel, only for the Holy Grail's corrupted essence to crash through the ceiling, dragging them into its visions. The spirit of the Grail takes the form of Irisville and tells Kiritsugu that he is worthy of using it to make a wish, making Kiritsugu the winner of the war. Kiritsugu is offered a twisted path to fulfill his wish: universal salvation by mass destruction, but realizes the Grail is irredeemably tainted. Rejecting it, he shoots Kirei and forces Saber via command seals to destroy the Grail itself. The spirit of the Grail cursing him and shortening his lifespan for rejecting it. Black ooze from the Grail rains onto the city, igniting a catastrophic inferno that annihilates countless lives. Kirei, revived and enticed by the Grail's dark will, looks upon the destruction with joy, now bound to Archer in mortal form. In the flames, Kiritsugu desperately searches for survivors, saving a single boy named Shiro, who he later adopts. Unable to return to the Einsburn castle without the Grail, Kiritsugu is forever separated from his daughter, and in the aftermath, Waver chooses to remain with the Mackenzie family, hoping to find his purpose in life. Rin, now heir to the Tosaka bloodline, stands by her mother, whose mind is broken from grief. Saber, having reverted to her existence as a heroic spirit, thinks back on the failures of her reign, swearing to win the Grail another day to right her wrongs. Kiritsugu, weakened by the Grail's curse, dies 5 years later, proud that Shiro is pledged to carry on the dream of becoming a true hero, thus ending the story of the Fourth Holy Grail War. And that's the end of Fate Zero. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you never miss another update. Until next time, peace.